Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty 360. I welcome you back to another episode of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this series, we talk to the leading brands in regard to what they're seeing and hearing on the front lines of customer channel and brand loyalty, putting a focus on those who are creating unique and engaging experiences that are driving long-term customer loyalty. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Lisa Erickson. Lisa is the Senior Director of CRM and Loyalty at Sleep Number. Lisa, how are you today?
I am great. How are you?
Great. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today. Hopefully you're having a great summer.
Things are good. It's a beautiful day here.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. So for those who may not know Sleep Number, could you give us a brief introduction on Sleep Number, what you guys do, how you do it?
Yeah, so Sleep Number is a company, a Minnesota-based company, started, I believe we're 33 years old now, and we started selling an adjustable airbed, and a lot of that was through direct channels. And over the last 10 years or so, we have become a really strong innovation company. And we are the only bed that all you have to do is sleep, and Mark can tell you this, and it can tell you, the bed can tell you how you sleep each night, can give you tips for adjusting to sleep better, and even adjust during the night to find your most optimal sleep number. So we've really advanced our technology, and we've moved more into the health and wellness space and not just a bed retailer. We have very loyal customer base, which is one of the reasons why running our loyalty program is so much fun, and we'll get into that in a little bit. You might wonder why a bed company, who's now a health and wellness company, needs a loyalty program, and you'll see when we talk about some of the details.
That's awesome. Yes, and I actually purchased a Sleep Number bed about 4 or 5 months ago. I definitely love it. I have mine maxed out at 100, so I guess that's my Sleep Number score.
Sleep number setting.
Yeah, it's a setting. It's kind of like a cult thing. When you meet someone else who has bed, they always roll out their number. And what's yours, Lisa? I think it's low, like a 30.
So my Sleep Number setting is a 40 at 40. My lake, and then my average SleepIQ score is about an 80.
All right. So obviously, a great program, great product. Can you tell us a little bit about your role at Sleep Number?
Yeah, so like Mark said, I lead the CRM and loyalty teams. So all customer communications, direct mail, email, the analytics that go with that run through my team, as well as our Sleep Number InnerCircle rewards program, our loyalty and referral programs. We are responsible for a very large chunk of Sleep Number business. It's over 45% of company sales between repeat and referral business. You might think, boy, direct mail. Direct mail is really very strong for Sleep Number, and we have not cut that off during COVID, and it has proven it's really proven to help us with the great company sales we've been seeing over the last few months. So we're well ahead of last year in the last few months of sales, which is great. Really all customer communications touch points and making sure to build those lifelong relationships are all the responsibility of my team.
Can you talk a little bit about the direct mail piece? We've heard that from a number of marketers recently, that direct mail has been very impactful during COVID. Has it been that it gets something in people's hands? You know, a lot of people are online more, but people are working more, right? They're doing more with less. They're online more, but they may not be tuning in those messages. So how?
Yes. So we have found both our direct mail and email channels have always been very profitable for us. We have seen even higher engagement rates in our emails since COVID, probably because people are home, they're opening up and reading them. And our direct mail has been even more productive. So we send out, we have 2 communities of people within Sleep Number. We have our insiders, and those are people that own a Sleep Number bed who are responsible for our repeat business. And we send them different mailings depending on how long they've had their beds. We also really highly customize those mailings depending on what we know about them. So if they're a member of our InnerCircle rewards program, if they have rewards to spend, how long they've had their bed, is it time to upgrade? We highly personalize those, and the more segmented we get, the better results we see. And that's one of the reasons I think they're so impactful. The team also does a really nice job with the creative assets that go on, trying to make them look different each time we send them. So we are sending a ton of direct mail out. We also have what we call the promo mailers, and those go to people that are leads in our system that we have their addresses for. And we send them promotional messages depending on what's going on during that time. Generally, with every 6 weeks or so, we have different promo mailers that will go out. And those also prove to be very, very effective.
Okay, great. Customer loyalty, obviously very important now, probably more so than ever before. We always like to talk to brands about how they define customer loyalty from a connotative, denotative perspective. Can you talk a little bit about how you and Sleep Number define customer loyalty?
Yep. So I've been with Sleep Number 10 years now, not in this role that long. I've been in this role, it's going on, I think, 8 years now. But when I first took the job, it was all about repeat and referral sales. We didn't talk a lot about engagement. Sleep Number always had a program. It was called Comfort Club, and then it changed to InnerCircle before I took the job. And it was really based on, like I said, repeat and referral sales. We would send our insiders, pass along coupons to refer their friends and family. Their friends and family would then get a discount, and our insiders would then get a referral reward. That worked really well for us. But as a brand, we evolved over time, and we knew our big differentiator was that we had the ability, because we're a vertical company, to build lifelong relationships. Our product is only sold in our stores. We manufacture our product. We have a base of people that truly love our product, and it's made a big difference in their lives. So we knew if we could build this engagement base and really have people engaged in the brand more, that we'd have success. And that's exactly what we did. So 3.5 years ago, it was April 2017, well, I guess 3 years ago, we launched our InnerCircle Rewards program, which was the digital version of our InnerCircle program. And the program is really all about keeping them engaged. We add lots of content on sleep, health, wellness, lots of blogs, lots of insider stories. We have a partnership with Katie Couric on Thrive. We post information from her on there, and Ariana Huffington. And we have a base of insiders that go in every week and read this new content, and then they talk to their social channels about it. And that's the power of the program that we've built. And because of that, of course, we get more repeat and referral sales, but we're rewarding them for those, but we're rewarding them more for their engagement and their love of Sleep Number.
That's awesome. And obviously the loyal advocates you have, they're getting some great results with regard to better sleep habits, healthier living. How do they talk about that? How do that huge advocacy you have is very, very important from a referral perspective. What are some of the things they say, and how do you measure the efficacy of that?
So it's really pretty amazing, because I like to tell people that Vanessa, who runs the operations of the loyalty program, has the best job in the company, because she doesn't get customer complaints. We have a place within the program where they can just say, do you want to tell us something? And multiple times a week, she gets love stories from our insiders saying, thank you so much for this program. It's nice to see a company that is doing something additional for me after I've purchased their product. And they're telling their friends this through their social media channels. They're posting on their blogs. They are referring their friends more. So we have made it very easy for them to refer their friends and family to the brand. They can send a digital referral to them right through the program. And their friends and family will then get the best offer we have going on at that time, which is better than the offer in the stores. And it's just amazing the amount of love and outpouring and positive comments we get every single week.
That's awesome.
Whenever we are asked to pull comments for a news conference, not a news conference, but one of our, I'm spacing out on what they're called, earnings calls, we can get them in a heartbeat. There's 1 million comments out there from our insiders on how valued they feel from Sleep Number.
That's awesome. A lot of focus during COVID-19 on customers changing, customer expectations changing. A couple of points. you obviously went through some huge transformations. Would love to hear, and obviously I know the story, just some of the challenges and changes you went through, how people were engaging, how they bought initially and how they're buying now, and how you kind of spun up a whole group to really focus on direct sales, which you really had never had before.
Yeah, so as I said in the very beginning, our company actually started as a direct sales company. You know, we did those infomercials long ago, and we had a direct sales channel. We still do have that direct sales channel, but it's been a very small part of our business. When COVID hit, our stores all closed. I mean, we sell a high-end, you know, a high-end mattress, a high-end bed, and people typically want to try these things, as they should, right, before purchasing. So we had to think differently. You know, we knew our website did get a lot of traffic, but then that traffic would go into the store, which is what we pushed them, which we wanted them to do. Because when you go into our stores, you have a really great experience. You have a one-on-one experience that takes about an hour and a half, and you go through an entire process to figure out what bed will work best for you. We had to really think differently. So one of the things we did is we quickly enabled our sales force to sell from home. And we got leads on the web. So we always got leads on the web, but we put a simple question on there. Would you like to give us your phone number so we can have somebody call you back within 24 hours? We did not know how successful that would have been. I mean, we get over 1,000 each day. And that allowed our really strong salespeople to reach out, walk people through the process online. We have a bed quiz online that you can take that helps match you up with the best bed for you. And it really drove a lot of business until our stores could get back open. We're still able to do that, but now we do see a lot of traffic going to our stores now that they've opened back up.
Well, that's awesome. What other things are you doing to help build and strengthen your relationship? You know, as we mentioned, customers are changing, expectations are changing during COVID-19 as well. You guys obviously have huge brand advocacy. What else are you doing to engage them in your need?
Yep. So one of the things we did right away in March was we looked at all the reward certificates that had expired, and we extended all of them. So I opened up all the rewards that had expired in January and extended them all. And that, you know, yes, it drove business, but it also drives a lot of goodwill when you do something like that. So we could send a really nice message to our insiders regarding the ability to do that. We have a really strong group of Diamond members who are our top members in our InnerCircle Rewards program. And we quickly added some new sweepstakes and other things that just they could participate in to let them know how appreciated they were. And so they'd advocate for the brand more. And that worked really well for us as well. We were also able to, we have a product testing program that unfortunately shut down because of COVID and the expense that it cost, but we were able to advocate to bring that back because it had such positive response from the insiders that were part of it. So insiders that are part of our Diamond member can sign up to be part of this product testing. And it's typically new bedding product that we get, and we'll send it to them, and then they talk to their social channels about this new product, and that's been a big success as well.
Okay, that's awesome. One of the things that we've heard a lot from you over the past few years is about your internal culture, the organization, how it's focused on not only the customer but the employees. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that and kind of what you're doing? Obviously now with people remote and working home, you've been very vocal with regard to how successful you've been able to kind of coordinate that effort as well, and how it's strengthening the organization.
One thing that I really love about Sleep Number is we have a mission, and it's to help not only the world sleep better, but our employees as well. And the first thing with COVID was making sure all of our employees were, safe and healthy. And the company culture has really shined during COVID. I mean, we transitioned to working from home seamlessly, the corporate office. And I would say our best innovations have come through this. Think about a field team, right, that is used to going into their store every day, how quickly they were able to transition. They've always made phone calls to the customers when they've had leads, but now that's all they were doing was reaching out via the phone. And we gave them tools and easy ways to do that. So the innovation, because of our company mission and the strong ties we all have to helping the world be a better, kinder place through sleep, really have shined during this.
Well, that's awesome. Emotional loyalty, actually, it's what we're getting ready to do our first industry paper on as we do more analytic type work. So I'd love to talk to you about that on sidebar, but emotional loyalty, what does that mean to the industry? What does that mean to you? How are you measuring it?
So for us, it's our differentiator. You know, the Caspers, the Sealeys, nobody else can do that. We can because of our vertically integrated company. And we do measure it through, I mean, of course I'm measuring it through sales because I am watching my repeat and referral sales grow. I mean, that is a big measurement. But I can also I also measure through the program what my engagement rates are, right? And I'm watching those. As I get more members in the program, you would think those might go down, but I'm watching them go up and continue to climb. And I'm watching our insiders crave content where we're having to put new content out multiple times a week. We just entered into a content partnership with my friend Karen at Vitamin Shop because we were both needing more content because our programs are both health and wellness based. We had content that we could share with each other, and that is going really well. I'm sending people to her blog. She's sending people to mine. It's been really fun to watch.
That's awesome. With data analytics, creating actual insight, that's a big challenge and a growing challenge, right? Google's getting rid of cookies in 2022.
Yeah.
Walled gardens have their challenge. How are you looking at, obviously, the diverse data sets you have? I mean, just even when you're getting off a sleep bed, I mean, you have so much, but how do you make it actionable?
So that's one of the areas I haven't been resourced heavily enough to dive deep into the analytics as much as I'd like. I'm very happy to say that got somebody new starting on Monday. So I'm going to be able, there's so many rich insights that we want to get out of our program and our insiders, and that we want to marry up with our SleepIQ insights that we get, which is a different team that runs. And we're going to be able to start pulling some of that in a better manner soon. We always knew we needed to do it. Because I've been able to prove out the success of the program, we were able to get more resources to enable us to do that. So the key for us is to marry up those that are so active in my InnerCircle rewards program with those that are active with the SleepIQ app, right? And really looking and marry those insights to then build up to the next level of engagement.
That's awesome. A lot of challenges right now with kind of the transition, uncertainty, everything. Something happens every day, it seems like. How are you dealing with that uncertainty, and what's the biggest challenge you face as a very senior level marketer?
The biggest challenge, I mean, in my world, it's keeping enough newness to keep our insiders engaged, and keeping those ones that are at the highest level even broader engaged. From a company, it's really breaking through all the clutter. There are so many different mattress companies out there that all have different yet similar messages. And it's really breaking through that, which is why health and wellness is really the sweet spot for Sleep Number, because we do something different than all of those others. And that's where we're going right now. And that's really been the biggest challenge. I would say with COVID, we're perfectly positioned now, right? The health and wellness, going toward that as a company couldn't come at a better time. And it is really benefiting us.
That's awesome.
Differentiator. Our beds have always been different, but now we have an even bigger differentiator.
Do you find people are one of the things they like most about the bed are the data points with regard to just how you're sleeping, the scores, how you can improve it, just the little tips, and then they're seeing kind of efficacy impacts in their health?
Yep. Yeah, it is. And we're continually adding new things to that. So what is today? Today is 8/5. So Mark, watch for an email on 8/11. There's going to be some really great new features that I'm not going to talk about right here with the SleepIQ app. So we're continually adding new features to help people understand their own health and wellness and their own sleep patterns to help them sleep better.
Well, I think that's great. Obviously, it's always a pleasure talking with you. I love the fact that you're a cabin. That's even better. And we look forward to more on the 11th and throughout the year. So
yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you guys for everything. Bye-bye.